Alright guys, we're live and I'm happy to see my face, but this is so weird. We're live, we're shooting a video during the day and I have sunlight from this side and it's very weird configuring my camera. This is so awkward. I mean, everything looks more fluid and everything looks clean. But that being said, hey, welcome to Monday. We're doing a little bit differently. I'm gonna go live whenever I have the time to. We're gonna go through the trailers, go and talk about whatever it is gaming related, and then we're just gonna stop. We're not gonna do any gameplay, anything else, because this week I have the late shift. That means I am home with my family, then I have to go work. And I'm not here for my my usual program. Like I said, that being the case, let's jump into whatever gaming news we have this time around. Quite frankly, there's not a whole lot, so we're gonna do kind of like a reviewing of things. So we could have two things that I haven't watched from new Elden Rings. How should I say it? They're not trailers per se, but they're more like showcasing certain parts of the world. So, Luirnia of the Lakes. This is something new, and this is something cool that we can definitely take a look at, because I emphasis on the because. Elden Ring is just about to pop, to hit the shelves and the internet life and the gaming life of all of us no-lifers that are going to no-life this game. No-life being a gaming term in this sense that, you know, we're just gonna play the living shit out of this game. It's gonna take Steam by force. It's gonna take all the streaming concept by force. Definitely all of the top-notch streamers are gonna be streaming this day one or even earlier. I don't know how the early access or whatever things they got going on. Ooh, he jumped over that attack. That is cool. But this is definitely something all of us Souls-like enthusiasts are gonna be looking out for and are gonna just enjoy it like a whole lot. I've never played a Souls game before, me personally. I always wanted to jump in, but I never did. Will this be my first Souls games? I don't know, per se. Quite frankly, my schedule is kind of chaotic in the sense that I don't got that much time, so I try to do the most of it as I can, and currently I'm in a chill state, so for me it's a lot of Stardew Valley and I still got a lot of things to do in there. I'm hoping for, you know, things to come in the future, but it's definitely something I want to play at a certain point. You don't have to rush these kind of games, even if you watch a playthrough or anything. Storyline is like meh, okay. Boss fights are gonna be like meh, okay. You're not gonna be spoiled that much. I mean, yes, having the first time seeing something happen is definitely an interesting feat, an interesting thing for you to enjoy. But I'll get the same enjoyment and arousal of seeing something for the first time, even if I'm not the one playing it. That's just me personally. So I'll be watching other streamers I enjoy watching go through that for me, since I don't have the time and patience right now to get into these kind of things, which is also probably the most majority of the population watching on you know, stream anyways. It's due to the lack of time or sometimes even financial reasons or anything like that. We just cannot have the financial statement to get into gaming, probably. And thus letting other people that we enjoy hanging out with play the games for us and taking us on a lovely journey is definitely the way to go. If I ramble too much over whatever it is that we're walking, get used to it, guys, because this is pretty much what we're doing here. All of the videos that we're watching, if you want to see it without commentary, definitely check them out on whatever other media you're going to find. There's a lot of game trailer sites, Game Informer, what else? I mean, you can watch it on the official PlayStation or Xbox or Nintendo or things like that. I try to summarize the things that I care about or seem interesting to me and want to share it with you, and also put my input on it. Yeah, because that's what we do. We got another one, exclusive Elden Ring gameplay, and this one is Exploring Castle Morn. I love the fact that you have a mount in this one. Surely that... oh my god. Now that was a jump. I would have never thought that you would live through that. I would have never thought you would live through that. What the hell? I love the fact that the horse has a double jump. Oh, oh, is this one of those big giants? I know I've seen one of these like in Dark Souls 3, I believe. He would like demolish a lot of things. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it... oh, that's a big boy. I love the mounted combat. And it feels like there's a lot more exploration on mini-bosses and, you know, mobs themselves. There's a lot of things that you can do. He just one-shot... I think he one-shotted this guy, knowing how to open up his critical hit point, I guess. I'm just talking out of my ass because I have no technicalities of these things, but that's what it looks like to me. I love the fact that there are so many secrets and hidden objects and things to get used to in the Souls games. There's not a lot of, you know, pointing and directing. It's more like, okay, here's the area, have fun. Figure it out. Figure it out. Oh, it's too hard? You died? Figure it out. And to each their own. Everyone's gonna figure it out in their own way. Their own unique way. No one's gonna play the same. Even if someone has like the same character or build, so to say, they're still gonna play differently. Maybe someone's gonna be more aggressive, maybe someone's gonna be more defensive, maybe someone's like a super parry guy and knows exactly how to min-max every little single attack. And maybe there's some most of you like me, noobs, which you're gonna die to each new thing. We're gonna be like chickens, taking one step forward and two steps back. That's definitely a thing that can possibly be. Ooh, from the air. Yeah, you stay down. Hehehe. Like I said, guys, today we actually do not have anything new from what I've seen. So that's why we're watching these sort of contents right now, because we're getting hyped for Elden Ring. So this month is a lot of games actually coming out this month. Streamers are having a difficult time deciding on how to manage their time. Ooh, boss fight. Castle Morn. Ooh. He has a big sword. Oh, he just jumped over that attack again. I think that is so cool. Not dead. Not dead. Okay. Here's one that we haven't watched, and I can talk a little bit about it. I actually haven't seen the gameplay of it, but this is the Ollie Ollie official cinematics trailer, which is cool. It's a nice little cartoony trailer. I hope I don't get DMCA'd for this one, because it would be weird. The whole DMCA thing with the music is such a big weird thing. Apparently this game is a lot of fun, but also frustrating and hard and rage-inducing. But yeah, it's out. A lot of people are playing it. Maybe we should check it out at some point. Can't tell you guys anything else about it. Other that I heard good things about it. I definitely heard good things about it. And the trailer is just nuts. It's insane. It's cool. It's nice. Yeah. Ollie Ollie. Ollie Ollie World, right? Yeah. February 8th. Yep, it's out. Go check it out. Next we got a longer video. It's a... wait. Yeah, it's a review from GameSpot.
To every aspect of seafood, as you'll die, and die again before licking your wounds and returning to the fray for another seemingly misguided attempt at emerging from a fight unscathed. Seafood is a punishingly difficult game that won't appeal to everyone. It requires a mastery of its combat mechanics. So those looking for
what I've seen, it's exactly what I've seen.
From the player will find it's an excellent modern beat 'em up with deep combat mechanics and a fascinating aging system.
So, little review time.
It's worth noting that Sifu's combat provides the basis for everything else that comes after. It is primarily a game where your sole focus revolves
art is
around
not necessarily its strong point. It's definitely interesting, but the fluidity of combat and what it has behind it is what sells it.
But this only works for a matter of seconds. Both you and your enemies have meters for structure, which functions a lot like Sekiro's posture system. You can block attacks as long as your structure remains intact, but taking too many hits will eventually break it and leave you wide open for enemies to capitalize on your mistake. You can parry attacks to prevent your structure from breaking by tapping the block button before a blow connects, but you need to be aware of when your assailant's combo ends to have any success of halting the momentum. Parrying the first attack they launch won't leave them open to a counter attack if they're going to follow up that attack with a couple more. So you might have to parry 3 attacks in a row before you can retaliate with a rapid fire counter.
Oh, interesting. So it's not just a one-hit parry. Oh, you really gotta learn how to manage this game.
When you're first learning the ropes. Fortunately, dodging doesn't cost anything to use, allowing you to dash out of harm's way when the situation calls for a little breathing room. This doesn't muster quite the same level of satisfaction as successfully parrying an assault does, but both techniques also pale in comparison to the pure elation that comes from avoiding attacks while standing in place. By holding the block button and pushing the left stick in any direction, you can use slight body movement to slip punches and duck under head kicks to avoid taking any damage at all. The timing on this is relatively forgiving, so it quickly becomes a crucial tool in your arsenal, whether you're fighting a rowdy group of enemies or a single tough-as-nails foe. Being able to avoid an entire combo without taking a step backwards is a phenomenal feeling.
It is very brutally made.
Up with a devastating counter-attack of your own. When you start ducking and weaving
but
to
it's
avoid
satisfying.
an enemy's combo and then combine this
It's
with a parry to
satisfying.
greet their final attack, everything starts to click into place and you really feel like a martial arts expert.
I haven't seen people shit on this game. Like, everyone's enjoying it, and people that played the demo before were all excited for the release. It's not a very long game, but it's a difficult game, so, and there's also a lot of replayability.
It's very likely that you won't be able to see anything at all. It's just all the more glaring in Sifu when one mistake can prove fatal.
Age 63.
When it comes to
Ooh.
offensive options, Sifu opts for simplicity, with most of its combos utilizing 2 buttons for light and heavy attacks. Performing a leg sweep to take an enemy off their feet requires you to move the left stick down and then up before finishing with a heavy attack, but it never gets more complicated than that. It's all fairly straightforward, almost out of necessity. So much of your time is spent focusing on the defensive side of each fight that being able to strike back with relative ease is a blessing. And combat is no less exciting because of it either. Sifu is built on an aggressive style of Kung Fu known as Pak Mei, which is about putting your opponent on the ground and ensuring that they stay there. It's not overly flashy, so you won't be wowed by flamboyant combos and indulgent attacks. Instead, Sifu impresses by capturing the tangible sense of impact behind each crunching blow.
The tangible sense of impact behind each crunching blow. Now that was a beautifully written review.
Serve a function as well. So being aware of your surrounding is a key aspect to Sifu's fisticuffs. You might roll over a tabletop or scale a mezzanine to create separation from a group of enemies or isolate a single foe. Ottomans and stools exist to be kicked, taking out opponents' knees, while brooms and pieces of broken wood act as makeshift weapons. There's also a takedown system that activates when you break through an enemy structure, giving you the chance to launch into a rapid-fire finishing move that makes contextual use of the environment to finish off your enemy in brutal fashion. Performing takedowns is the
brutal
only way
fashion
to
is
refill a
definitely
fraction
the
of your
key
health
word.
bar, but there's a risk-reward element at play too. Some enemies will simply refuse to be beaten by reversing your takedown and gaining a buff in the process. Suddenly, you're fighting someone with increased health who hits harder and uses new, more dangerous techniques. But defeating these souped up enemies has its own benefits by removing a year from your death counter. Whether you choose to play as a male or female character, you'll find yourself in possession of a magical pendant that allows you to get back up and continue.
So apparently there's like this mystical power in the world, and you just gotta take it as it is.
Is that each time you do so, more years
he just gets up
from your life. The more frequently you die, raising your
with another year added.
In the process, the more your age will increase with each subsequent demise. Die 4 times in a row, for instance, and your age will increase by 4 years the next time you fail. You might begin the game as a fresh-faced 20-year-old, but by the end of the first chapter, you'll likely find yourself rocking the salt and pepper look as you heave into your 50s. Once you hit the ripe old age of 70, the next death will be your last, as the pendant's magic fades and sends you to a game over screen. Aside from being able to see the physical changes of this rapid aging, the decades-long transformation also has some gameplay implications too. As you reach the twilight years of your life, your maximum health decreases while your damage output increases. The idea is
so you get less health by the more you age, but you hit harder.
And able to dish out more retribution with the learned experience of a lifetime of combat pulsating behind each fist. There's a fairly robust skill tree that lets you spend experience to add things like new combos.
I gotta say one thing. People hate what they did with the menu screen. It's too white and it like melts your retinas.
Or unlock abilities to catch projectiles out of mid-air. And these upgrades are certainly useful, while also diversifying your moveset. But they're not integral to your progression. Your own skill level will dictate how far you're able to make it through Sifu's 5 chapters, with success predicated on the ways in which you're able to adapt and learn.
Yes, there are only 5 chapters, so 5 bosses.
Sifu's aging mechanic means you'll inevitably replay most fights multiple times until each room is approached with a mixture of improvisation and foresight. Completing a chapter means you'll begin the next one at whatever age you finished the last, whether that means you're 31 or 68. The youngest age you start a chapter is always saved, so you can return to previous chapters without having to worry about losing a vital checkpoint. This is key since you need to complete the entire game before dying in your 70s. You'll regularly return to past chapters in order to try and finish them at a younger age and give yourself more leeway moving forward. This sounds like a daunting task, but there are a few shortcuts along the way. To break up the combat and provide a little breather, Sifu touches on some investigative elements by scattering pieces of evidence within each level. Most of this stuff is super.
So that's what they meant with you play a chapter and you replay it before heading on to the next chapter, is because you kind of reset the chapter, but every progression that you made in the chapter stays the same, so you can min-max to see what your best thing is. So you would also learn it to be as best as possible. Also, I'm dying out over here because of my camera. Configure. Well, let's get a little bit more gain over here. Okay.
Superfluous, since the threadbare story isn't fleshed out by these tidbits of information. You will, however, also find keys and door codes that will regularly open up shortcuts, allowing you to bypass huge sections of a level on repeat visits. This makes Sifu's structure more palatable since you're not forced to replay entire levels over and over again. The story itself is your boilerplate revenge tale, as our unnamed protagonist is out for vengeance against the 5 kung fu masters who killed their father. The protagonist is a personality vacuum, and you don't spend enough time with each of the 5 bosses for them to leave a mark. Ultimately, this isn't any sort of deal breaker since the basic setup is all you really need to justify Sifu's compelling gameplay loop. However, it is disappointing that the narrative doesn't delve into the ramifications of using the magical pendant and confront whether vengeance is worth an entire lifetime. Your journey from student to master in Sifu is thrilling, mainly because it's governed by your own improving skill level rather than traditional character progression. There are memorable moments that stand out throughout, such as boss fights and an enjoyable recreation of the iconic hallway scene from Oldboy, but it's Sifu's combat that shines through most brightly. For as unique and interesting as its aging mechanic
It's a Kung Fu movie
it
reference
wouldn't work
there.
without combat carrying the load and ensuring that each replay is just as engaging as the last. Is
Big
one
boys.
life enough to know Kung Fu? Maybe
Oh,
not.
getting
but I will
him
happily
off
spend
his
mine
feet
playing
was
Sifu to find out.
something else. I think that was it. So nice, interesting review. Now we're definitely in the age where we are gonna have Horizon Forbidden West coming up on the horizon.
I'm running out of
This
time.
is just the little trailer that was
Land is dying.
a long time ago already.
People are suffering.
This game looks beautiful. The first game looked beautiful and it was very good. So
They'll starve.
all of you guys definitely look out for this game. It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be beautiful, gorgeous. And it's just gonna be something
Is somewhere out in the Forbidden West.
worth playing. New lands, new monsters, rich story, most definitely. Aloy kicks ass a lot. It's just a good game. It's just a good game. I can't wait for it.
The exception. The rebel leader, Regala, seeks to
And the machines are just so cool.
those who've wronged her. She will kill anyone who gets in her way.
Ugh.
They say she answers to a higher power. He supplied her with troops, weapons, even the ability to control machines. Machines of war.
Whatever secrets he has, he's keeping to himself. And the solution I need is broken and scattered.
I'm gonna say the water tidbits look awesome.
Things are falling apart. I don't know if I can find a way forward,
Beautiful.
like Elizabeth did.
Bloom.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
Be careful and
We're coming with you.
Nice hammer, dude. someone else who had such a thing that she has. That is sick. Awesome. I'm fading out again. God damn it. Oh well. It's nighttime already.
But beware. We're not the only ones who seek them.
I got one more extra light, so might as well put it on. 18th. Okay, just a little bit more on the horizon. Okay, Lost Ark is coming out, but first, Path of Exile is out. So, all of you RPG hack and slashers, go play this game. Go play the new League. Check it out for as long as you can, because Lost Ark is coming out this week, and it's gonna take over, most definitely, probably, for a extended period of time.
We've been preparing for the arrival of another, but we never expected Thor.
I mean,
They embody insatiable hunger, crushing darkness.
this game is evolving so much, and they're still working on Path of Exile 2. It's insane.
If we don't stop them, they will.
How are they gonna do that? Are they gonna kill this thing after a while? Probably not.
This is a war
I don't see
for
it.
our very existence.
That is insane. That is the one thing that always keeps me away from this game. Ugh. I don't have the time. I'm a dad. I'm a dad. I can.
They are here. Stand with us, or we will all perish.
So it's out. It's a lot of fun. People are definitely enjoying it. They're enjoying the new League. But they're also very, very hyped for the Lost Arks, which is gonna take everything by storm in just a couple of days. This is not only an ARPG, hack and slash, beat 'em up, or whatever you want to call it. This is also an MMO. So this thing is gonna evolve and live throughout the years. Always gonna have interesting things to do, probably. And it's also very massive and diverse. And like I said, people are very hyped about this one. The game's been out for years, but not accessible to us. February 11th. And if you pre-ordered or, you know, have the option, you might get it already tomorrow on the 8th. But yeah, we still need to wait a little bit. There's so much to do in this one. The classes are so sick. So sick. Okay, it's on Steam, so I definitely enjoy that. That being said, that was it for today. Like I said, a shorter thing, but we went on for half an hour just by doing nothing basically and reviewing a little couple of things. Also, my camera is so annoying. Wait, I'm just gonna fix this one thing. Doop. There we go. And doop. Apply. And then keep that over there. Apply. And this is more of the situation I'm used to. guys, thanks for watching. Like I said, I'm free for this week, so no gaming, no other things. Trying to keep up with the gaming news and all of these things, so enjoy these. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.